Hello everyone, this is Shikha Mishra. Today in this video, I'm just going to explain you about loops. Okay, in previous video in control statements, I have told you there are three kinds of control statement. First was sequential statement. What is sequential statement? Each line is executed one by one. Okay, next one was conditional statement. In conditional statement, we were applying the condition. If the condition was true, we went to the body of that condition, and then the else part, if else, that we have already done, right, in third video. This in this video, and the third control statement was iteration or repetition, or you can say loops. We will apply loops. When to apply loops? What is iterative statements? That we will discuss in this video. Okay, so what is loops? See, loops means, okay, let me give you a simple scenario. Okay, let us say I want to print my name in Python. I want to print my name Shikha Mishra one time. What I will do? I will write print, right? We have done so many programs till now in Python. Okay, tell me what we will do. We will write print in bracket under quotes. I will write Shikha. Correct? Correct? Okay, very easy. Next, if I will tell you to print my names 2 times, what you will do? You will again write a print and then write Shikha. Correct? Very easy. What if I tell you to print my name 100 times? Then what you will do? Any guess? You will start trying to print a statement 100 times? No. See, can you just think that what is common in all these statements? See, the logic is same. You have to write this print statement again and again, 1 time, 2 time, 10 time, 100 times, right? So if you have to write a same code, repeat that code again and again, then we will use iterative statement or loops. Okay, when I have to repeat a certain amount of code n number of times, then we will use loops. Okay, there are 3 things which comes under loop. Okay, first one, loops has 3. There are 3 things. One is a for loop. Next one is while loop. And the third one is a do while loop. For, while, and the third is do while loop. Okay, I will discuss one by one. Okay, let's discuss about the for loops. See, what is the syntax for loop? We'll first discuss the syntax for loops. Syntax is, we will write the keyword for, then a variable name, any word, we will take any variable name, in range. Now what is this in range function? I will tell you. And in range there are 3 things. We have to write 3 things separated by this comma. Now what is this 3 things? First one is the first value or initial value. This is called initialization. First or initial. Let us suppose I want to start from 0. I want to start from 5. So this is the first or initial value. Initial value. Okay, next one is the condition or the last value. We will put a condition, the exit condition, or the last value minus 1, last value plus 1. I will tell you. Okay, and the third and the last part is the step value. If I can skip this step value, this is optional. If you are not writing this step value, by default it will take 1 as the step value. Great. By default the step value will be 1. Okay, so this is the simple syntax for loop. Now in this thing there is 2 things. One is in, other is range. Okay, range means a range is given from 0 to 5, from 0 to 8, from 1 to 8, like that. Okay, for example, let us suppose I am writing for I in range 0,5 means the start value is a 0. Okay, and and after writing this I have to put a colon, and when I will press the enter key, the cursor will automatically come after skipping some position. I have already told you in control statement, this is called indentation. Or then if let us suppose I am going to write 2 or 3 lines after this indentation, okay, so this 3 or 4 lines will be repeated 5 times. Why 5 times? Because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will not take a 5 as the condition. It will always take a position lesser than the last value. Okay, let us suppose I am writing for I in range 0 to 5, print I. Okay, what would be the output? I see what happens inside a loop is this I ka value, these values are I is kind of counted. Okay, first time I ka value will be 0. It will check whether this 0 is less than 5 or not. Yes, it is less than 5. Now print I. I ka value is what? 0. Means first time the 0 will be printed. Okay. Second, now I have told you the step value, if I am not writing anything as a step value, by default, it will take 1 as the step value. Okay. So the value will be incremented by 1. Step value means the value of I will be incremented by 1. Means in next iteration, the I ka value will be 1. Now it will again check whether 1 is less than 5. Yes, it is less than 5. Print I. I ka value is 1. It will print 1. Again, I ka value will be incremented to 2. It will check each time it will check the condition whether I ka value is less than 5 or not. The time when I ka value is less than equals to 5, it will exit the loop. Okay, so I ka value is 2, 2 is less than 5. Yes, it will print 2. Again, I ka value is 3, 3 is less than 5. Yes, it will print 3. I ka value is 4, 4 is less than 5. Yes, less than it should be less than 5, less than 5. Yes, so it will print 4. Okay. After this, I ka value will be incremented by 1. I ka value will be 5. 5 is less than 5. No, 5 is equal to 5. 5 is not less than 5. So it will print till 4. Okay, now the condition is not satisfied in this case, then it will exit out of this loop. This is the exit condition. This is the exit condition. You can also call it as exit condition. Correct, or last value plus 1. It will always take, if I'm writing 5, it will iterate till 4. It will take one number lesser than that. Okay, why? I told you, I explained it to you, right? So this is for loop. Means here, see, here print a statement, I want to print a particular value again and again. Then we will use for loops. When a condition is repeated again and again. For example, let me take another example. For I in range, I can, if I'm writing like this, I in range 0 to 10, and I'm writing 2. Means step value is 2 over here. Step value is 2, and I'm writing print I. What would be the output? See, I ka value is 0. So yes, 0 is less than 10. It will print 0. Next, I ka value will be incremented by 2 in this case. So I ka value will be incremented by 2. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 is less than 10. Yes. So 2 will be printed. Again, I ka value will be incremented by 2. Means I ka value will be 4. 4 is less than 10. Yes. I value plus 2, 6. 6 is less than 10. Yes. I value 8. 8 is less than 10. Yes. I value 10. 10 is less than 10. No. So it will print till 0 from 0 to 8. Or if I will tell you to print all the even numbers from 0 or from a particular number from 20 to 40. So what you will do? You will put the range as 20 to 40 and increment it by 2. Correct? Okay, now next program, let us suppose I am going to tell you print all the numbers in reverse order using for loop. What you will do? You will write for I in range, for I in range. Okay, I have to print a number in reverse order. For example, I have to print from 10 to 1. Okay, backward counting. So I will write the first value is 10 in this case. Until where I have to print till 1. So I will take a position more than that, like I have to take 0 and then minus 1, colon, and write print I. Now how this loop will work? See, I value is 10. 10 is less than 0. Here in this case, yes, 10 is greater than 0. I have, this is reverse kind of thing. So yes, so it will print 10. 10 minus 1, check the condition, print the value. Zero greater than 0, no, it will exit out of it. So in this way, we can print the values in reverse order also. So all depends on this number. Like if there are various questions that comes in your mind, like print all the multiples of 5 from 0 to 50. So what you will do? You will write a for I in a range. First multiple of 5 is 5. And then let us suppose I have to take 50. And then just in the step value will be 5. Then print I. Okay, so it will print all the multiples of 5 from 5 to 50. But the last value will be 45, obviously. It will print all the values. Okay. Okay. Let us suppose I have to print the square of some numbers. Okay, for okay, square of number is easy. Let me give you a program. Write a program to display the table. Table, for example, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. You have to write the table of any number. Of any number, you have to like it. I have written here 2. You if let us suppose you are given that, take a number from the user and print the table of that number. How you will write the program? Can we solve it on ideally? Yes, let's solve it. Okay, let's print it on ideally. Let me share my entire screen. Okay, for example, I have to print the multiple. You have to take a number from the user. For example, input. How you take input from the user? You just write int input, right? Yeah, n is equals to input, int input. Enter a number. Table. Okay, I took a number from the user. Now you have to print the table of that, right? How you will print? You will just use a for loop. Okay, for I in a range from 1 till 11, because generally we write a table like 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4 till 2 10 ja 20, right? So I in a range 1 to 11. It will obviously take till 10 only. So I am taking a value more than that. Then colon. See, when I press enter, automatically the cursor comes after skipping some part, right? So this is called indentation. Okay, and a number of lines I will write in this indentation. It will be the part of this for loop. Okay, so what I will do, print. Okay, now see, you will take the number. First I'm just telling you how to print, then I will write the proper statement for that also. Okay, for example, I'm writing, now you have to print it, right? So you will write n asterisk I. Just check what would be the output. Okay, run it. Enter a number. Let us suppose I am entering 5. So see, 5, 10, 15, 20. The 5 ka multiplication table came. But I want to print it as 5 into 1 is equals to 5. I want to print like this. Now see how I will do that. Okay. So first you will take the number which you have taken from the user to write number. Then you have to write asterisk symbol, but it is fixed, right? Like I'm just writing it here. The format in which I want 5 to 1 is equals to 5. 5 into 2 is equals to 10. I want to print like this. Okay. So see, what is the variable over here? This 5 is variable. This 1, 2, 3, 4 is variable, and 5, 10, 15 is variable. This multiplication sign and this is equals to sign is fixed over here, right? So what I will write, and this 5 is what? The number which you have entered from the user. So I will write n. Then this into sign is fixed. So what I will do, I will write into quotes. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 is the variable. So where this 1, 2, 3, 4 is stored? It is stored under this I, right? So I will write I with a comma. Okay. Okay. Then 5 into 1 is equals to is fixed. So I will write it under quotes. Is equals to what? N into I, whatever the multiplication value will be, I will store the value into that. Correct? Now see whether it works or not. Definitely it will work. Let us suppose I want to take the table of 13. See, 13 ones are 13, 2s are 26. Easy. Okay. So this is a small program which I have written under for using for loop. Okay, I have told you how to print the numbers also, how to print the numbers from, let us suppose you are told to print a number, number like, let us suppose I'm just commenting it out and I am writing a small code over here only. Let us suppose you are told to enter all the natural numbers from 1 to 20. Now what you will do, you will write for I in range from 1 to 20 you have to write, right? So you take one number more, and then we need not to write the step value. Why? Because automatically it will take 1 as a step value, then a colon, and then write print I. See, all the numbers from 1 to 20 is printed out, right? For example, let us suppose I want to print all the numbers from 20 to 1. So I will take 20 to 1. So I will take a position more than that, and then -1. I will take -1 as the step value because I have to decrement the values. Correct? So see what would be the output. See, all the numbers are written in reverse order. Let us suppose I have to print all the multiples of 5 or all the even numbers between 1 to 20. So what is the smallest even number? It will always start from 2. Correct? 0 is neither even nor odd. Next is 21. If I want to print 20 also as that, and I will step value, I will increment as 2. I will take it as 2. Okay. So just see, all the even numbers between 1 to 20 will be printed. Correct. Okay, these are the, if you have to print all the odd numbers between 1 to 20, the smallest odd number is what? Smallest odd number is 1. And you have to print till 20 ke beech ka even odd numbers. So what I will do, I will print like this. See, all the odd numbers are printed. So these are the things, matlab, which when you have to repeat a certain thing again and again, then we will use loops in there. Great. Okay, let's now next, this is about for loop. This is a brief description on for loop. Let us suppose you have to write the same program using while loop. What you will do? What is the syntax for writing while loop? So see, I will convert that same for loop using while loop. How? See, in for loop, all the three things was comes in a single statement, right? In while loop, what I will do, what will be the syntax for writing while is, while I will take, just say I ka first value is written here, I will take the I ka first value before while loop. Then here I will write the condition like I is less than 20, colon, print I, and the increment part also I will write here. I is equals to I plus 1. I will write it over here only. Okay. Now let's run this program here. How I will do? See, same program. I am using while loop. Okay. What I will do? I will take the initial value I will take. For example, you have to print all the even numbers between 1 to 20. Okay, so I will take the initial value as 2. Okay, next, while the last value I should be less than 21, it will take till 20. Okay, or you can take I is less than equal to 20. You can write like that also. Okay, then a colon. Okay, now what I will do, I will print the value of I, and then I will do I is equals to I plus 1. Great. Now see, save it, run it. All the even number, even number I have done I is equals to I plus 1. So it is incrementing by 1. That's why it is printing all the numbers between 2 to 20. Okay, I want to print even numbers, right? I is equals to I plus 2. Is it okay? Is it okay? So this is how we can we can write a program using for loop and using while loops also. Okay. So let me give you an example to write a program for factorial of a number. Do you know what is factorial of a number? If you are in class 12 or 11, तो आपको पता होगा what is factorial. But if you are in class 7 and 8 who are watching the video, then you don't know what is factorial. Let me just tell you what a factorial is, and then I will write the program for it. Okay. Okay. Factorial means, let us suppose the factorial ka symbol is represented as this. This is part of maths. Okay. So if I want to find the factorial of 5, it would be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 times 1. Okay. This is factorial of 5. Means the numbers from 1 till the number you have entered, it will take the multiplication of that number, all the numbers from 1 till the number. Like if I want to find the factorial of 7, so 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5, 6, 7. Till 7, I will find the multiplication of all the numbers. Okay, so this is factorial. Now, how to write a program to find the factorial of a number using for loop? Okay, let's see. I'm just commenting it out and writing the program to find the factorial of the number. Okay. factorial of a number. So for this, first you will take a number from the user. Okay. Okay. So take a number n from the user. How you will take the number n from the user? Int input. Enter a number. Okay. Okay. Next. Then obviously the number should be greater than 0. If the number is less than 0, we will print the factorial is not possible. You just do it on yourself. I'm just finding out the numbers of the positive numbers. Okay. So what you will do, you will I'm going to take a variable f and initializing the value to 1. I'm not initializing the value factor to 0. By 0 multiplied by anything will be 0. The identity of a multiplication, factorial means what? Multiplication of each numbers, right? So identity of multiplication is 1. That's why I'm initializing it with 1. Okay. Now for, no need to write this one. For I in range, I will start from 1. Okay. Till number plus 1. Why I'm taking number plus 1? If let us suppose I entered 5, it will take till 4. That's why I'm taking a number more than that. I am repeatedly telling you that one, right? Now what you will do, you will multiply the value of I is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will multiply the values with fact. Fact is 1. So fact is equals to fact into I. Okay. And I will come out of the loop and then print the value fact. The last value of factorial, whatever the value is stored under fact, I will print that value. Okay. Now run it. Enter a number. Let us suppose I am entering 5. 5, 4, 20. 20 times 2 is 40. 2 is 40. 43 is a 120. Yeah. 120 is the factorial of 5. Very good. Okay. So this is how we can solve some of the programs. We can do any program in which a certain code is repeated again and again using for loop. This is the syntax. I have told you a syntax to write a for how to write a for loop, how to write a program using while loop, and we have done some of the programs also. Okay. Thank you.